being converted into sales, and they become friends, lifetime clients. People who hit me up on Facebook and said, "Hey."
All right, welcome to another episode of Alan K Show, where we have a pleasure to talk to, interview, learn from, and get inspired by high performance individual. I'm talking about top producers, badass team leaders, as well as amazing broker owners that are doing some amazing things, great things in their business. And today we have one of our special guests, and I always say special guest, but this one is got a level to himself when it comes to the specialty. Right, he's not only one of our top agents here in the company, he's also one of my really good friends. He's a neighbor and a badass poker player. We're going to learn today how this individual, this gentleman right here, was able to sell over $100 million in real estate by only working 50% of the time during the year. And the rest of the time is vacationing. I tell you one thing, man, cold calling.
It works.
I never like cold calling. Some people think that, cold calling, no, I never like cold calling. Getting rejected? Hell no. But I tell you, I made like $500,000 in profit in my third year from cold calling. So it works. You can make good money. It's just a different type of way of, I guess, generating business and a lifestyle in general. Yeah. But it's a grind, man. It's no fun.
Dude, I believe in it 100%. So obviously, if I were to teach somebody to be a good agent, that would be part of a lead generation pillar. I believe in it 100%. I just luckily never had to do it.
And that's the thing. You don't have to do it. There's just so many different ways of generating like business. It doesn't have to be cold calling per se. That's the way I look at it, right? So like going back to the events quickly, I'm sure people would be like wondering like, man, he's probably spending like a fortune in terms of like, renting out a movie theater or like renting out chicken and pickle. In the park, you have all of these food trucks and all of that stuff. Yeah. Like, are you doing this yourself, or you got like your partners that are contributing to the entire event?
Definitely with partners. So once the events got bigger and more expensive, I wanted our partners to help. And that's been, amazing. And just getting them involved, helping, paying for it. And it just makes it more fun. They're there. They get to meet the clients. They get to mingle with everybody. So it's definitely doable. In the beginning, I did them by myself, but they were smaller.
Yeah.
Right. So then as they get bigger, then you want to ask for your partner's help, and they will be glad to do it if the relationship makes sense and you're giving back. Is fair.
No, it makes sense. I mean, everybody's benefiting from the fact that you're doing this, right? The more transactions coming your way, the more transactions are going to go their way as well. So it's like a healthy ecosystem.
Yeah.
Would you say that right now when you do these events, they're for the most part expense neutral? Like your partners are covering the expenses? Or are you still you're still putting in?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm almost an equal partner in it. I don't know if I just feel bad like not doing, or it's not that I feel bad when. I guess the way I look at it is the way I've always looked at it. And it's funny, because just going through this business and growing at it and having a spouse that's not in it should be like, why the hell are you spending that much money on something that has nothing to do with real estate? I said, well, you don't know, but it has everything to do with real estate, right? Yeah. So I guess it's just, for me, that always has made sense. And then I had a real estate coach that I still am in his program to this day, that he's always been a big believer in this and has made me a bigger believer in it too. Said, we make the commissions that we make.
Yeah.
You should be able to give whatever percentage you feel that makes sense out of that back, either to that client or to
100%. Yeah.
Because it always comes back. It always comes back to you. So with partners, if we are able that they cover everything, then I spend extra money for something else, right? So, for example, the last movie theater event that we did, the partners were able to cover the cost of that and concessions. So everybody got like a $10 gift card to get something at the concession stand. And then I brought in an extra $600-700 just for gifts. So then we raffled off, a big screen TV, some gift cards, so I just take it up a little bit higher, but I always put something in because I want their experience to be as great as it possibly can, because they deserve it. I mean, like, our business is where it's at, thanks to them. Correct. For me specifically, because it's almost, like I said, almost 100%. We're like 92% still past clients in Sphere. So it's all thanks to their loyalty to my brand, to their referrals. So I'm gonna give back as much as I can, so they're happy and they have a great experience even outside of the real estate that we do. So I know that's gonna continue, and hopefully I continue to raise up the bar because I'd love to do bigger stuff and funner stuff if we can. If the budget is there, I'd love to keep increasing that.
Man, who knows? Maybe in a couple of years you can just take some of them to like Cabo.
Yeah, maybe do
or
something
Tulum,
like that, or a trip. Yeah.
or Bali.
Because the cool thing is, a lot of them, because it's Sphere, are also friends, not just clients.
Yeah.
I'd love to hang out with them anyway. And yeah, that would be awesome.
All right. So events is one of your main pillars, but I think the biggest one I would say would be, and I know Sphere, past clients, referrals, but I think what you're doing on social media, like I see a lot of agents on social media that do things, but you're like honestly definitely taking to the next level. And I'm not just talking about like just listed, just sold, business related stuff. You do some of it, but it's almost kind of like a sprinkle in terms of like what else you do. Like you essentially, if you think about it, you share your entire from start to finish every single day. You incorporate your kids, your wife, what you do, what you eat, what you drink, jumping in a pool.
Yeah.
That is like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
All of those things, man.
Yeah.
So how do you do this? How do you do this in a way where for you, it's not like a chore or a job? Because for some agents out there, like, and me personally at times, like, man, what do I post? Or how often do I post? One day or 2 days or 3 days, you're on fire. And then the next day or two, you're like, man, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you constantly put out 8, 9, 10 stories at a time and a bunch of posts?
So it's like everything else, right? It's a process. It wasn't that dialed in the beginning, but you get better the more you do it. And it is a task. It's not, I don't do it for fun. I'm going to look in the camera. I'm telling you guys, it's not for fun, right? If I didn't have proof that it helps with our business, I would not freaking post every day. I can almost say that I hate it, right? Because it takes time. It just necessary, right? So it's just another lead generation pillar. It's part of my morning routine. I know that I have to spend 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, because sometimes I got to edit a couple of stories and it takes me a little bit longer, but it works because I've seen it work multiple times. If I didn't have to do it for business, I'd probably post once a week or maybe twice a month.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
so it's not like you something like enjoy doing it.
Can I say fuck on here?
Yeah, of course. I think we already said F word a few times, right?
No, I do not enjoy it.
So you don't enjoy it. No. You're doing this because, man, you're seeing there's a huge return on the time that you're spending on this thing.
Yeah, I do enjoy posting stuff that we do on a personal level. Like I do enjoy sharing the trips that we do, and maybe like a concert we went last night to see Andrea Bocelli, like stuff like that. I do enjoy posting those because I also love seeing what other people are doing. So I can steal ideas and go do that, right? So I do enjoy that part of it. But to do it every day, I don't enjoy it, okay? But it works. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to us and they know everything that we're doing because of how much we post or how much I post. My wife doesn't. She does a little bit of Instagram, but I know I have to do it consistently. I have to call consistently. I have to text consistently. I have to do open houses consistently. It's just another pillar that helps our business stay on track and hopefully slowly grow. And I can tell you how many times I run into people, they know everything that we're doing, but they never put a comment. They're like those silent trolls, right? They just, so the whole point of that is, people sometimes get so hung up on like, oh, I didn't get that many likes or I didn't get that many views.
Yeah, but they see your stuff.
They see.
Yeah. I mean, plus with like stories, you can actually like see who actually saw your story.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to like it.
Exactly.
Right. But it's there.
Yeah. And they know everything that you're doing. And on the same token, and that's how I know it works. I've had multiple clients and transactions that ended up being converted into sales, and they become friends, lifetime clients, people who hit me up on Facebook and said, hey, I see that you're doing real estate. Can you help me buy or sell a house? And that's happened multiple times. But it took about a year and a half of when I started consistently posting to finally see that result, right? That took a long time, okay? But now it happens 4, 5, 6 times a year. And it's people I don't know. There's people I don't know at all. They're just somehow connected through the people that I know, through the algorithm of Facebook and however it works. And they see my stuff from other people's posts or other people sharing it, or I don't know how it works. I just know that it works because I don't know them. I've never met them. And they're like, hey, I've seen your stuff. I see you work with one of these people, and can you help us? Like,
yeah, dude. And it's not like you have a lot of like followers, right? Like how many friends do you have?
2,000.
2,000 friends.
Yeah.
And then on Instagram, what do you got?
On Instagram, I'm almost breaking 1,000.
1,000. Okay, so it's not like you have like 10,000 or 15 or 20,000 people, right? And you're already generating 6, 7, 8 transactions out of it, right?
It's obviously it's a lot deeper than that, right? So, I have a social media coach, and it's like everything else. It's not just posting, right? Is how often you post, when you post, how do you engage with people
Well, let's talk about that if you don't mind. Let's share that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how often do you post?
Every day.
Okay, okay.
So here's the funny.
How many times a day?
Once.
Oh, you post like all of your stories at the same time?
Almost. It's not a perfect science because I'm not perfect, but that's the goal. And that's the plan that I try to follow. Does it happen every day? No. There's times where I post maybe 2-3 stories in the morning, and then something cool happens and I'll post it later, right? It does not have to be perfect, but it does have to be consistent. It just has to be every day. I think I was telling the girls in the office or somebody this. I said, the only days that I don't post something, if you don't see a post from me on Facebook, it probably means I had a little disagreement with my wife and I'm pissed, like I'm not in a good mood, because that's the only time I don't post for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I don't have it in me, and I feel like, what am I gonna post if I'm not good with her until we like talk it out? I don't want to do it. It's so stupid, but like it's just because I love her, I guess. Like if we're not good, like, I don't feel like putting a post that it shows that I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm
life is good, right?
Yeah, I'm not
right.
happy for that day or for that half a day.
Yeah, is that what they say? Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
So when the wife is not happy, that means
you don't get
life is not happy. You're not happy as well. It's very nice of you. I would probably do opposite. I would just post. No, I'm just kidding. For you, you got to do it every day as long as the wife is happy.
Yes.
And you just like when it comes to your stories, right? You just pretty much do all of your stories at the same time.
Yeah.
Versus like throughout the day.
And I don't think there is a wrong way to do it. I don't think it would be wrong if people posted throughout the day. I really don't think so. But those are the things that you do want to track, right? There is ways that you can track, especially on Instagram, not so much on Facebook, but you can track and see when people view your stuff the most. When the highest traffic of people that are viewing your stuff. So you can use that to guide. But I mean, just a simple rule of thumb, what do we know? People wake up in the morning, what do?
Scroll.
They scroll, okay? So you post early in the morning, you're going to be the first people that they see, right? When else? They're at lunch. As soon as they hit that clock for lunch, they're going to go scroll some more. So at that time, you want to do something, whether another story or just resurface your original post, which resurfacing just means that you're going to respond to a comment. Right. And then you do it again at night, 7, 8 o'clock, when you know people are kind of like
just sitting down,
just chilling.
Yeah.
They're
scrolling again. Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're all scrolling on that shit all day.
So I know there's not exact science, but obviously, like just human nature and routine. In the mornings, you wake up, you scroll. During the lunchtime, you scroll.
Yeah.
In the evening, after you eat dinner, you scroll. So those are the 3 time slots during the day that you utilize.
Those will help your algorithm, and it will help more people see your stuff and maybe more often.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to go deeper. You have to dive even deeper into it. And you have to, whoever's commenting, you comment back. You go check out their page and you check out their friend's page. And it's a big web that you have to expand on.
How much, like in totality, I don't know if you track this, but how much time are you spending per day?
Probably about 2 hours a day.
So 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's not including just scrolling.
I rarely scroll, so I scroll just through my page so I can interact with my people.
Yeah.
Right. So I rarely ever look at stuff. My kids always ask me like, "Oh, did you see that? Did you see?" I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea what's hot on Instagram or on TikTok. Or I hardly ever scroll.
Sure.
I do it intentionally because again, it's part of the lead generation one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the people that I'm connected with in their page, and I'll interact with them. Otherwise, I'm not really scrolling a whole lot.